My people, una well done. Biafra must win channel. On this channel, we dey bring to you truth at your doorstep. This very morning, we are bringing an important news to you. This particular news is what we have been waiting for as Biafra. We want President Trump to take action, and now the action is visible. My people, let's do well to listen to this very news. And as we do, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Very important. God bless you.
Into the latest update of what is happening on the eastern region, Biafra land. If today happens to be your first time you have come across our video, don't forget to hit that subscription button and turn on your notification. All right, this news is according to the Biafran activist, as he quote, Jonathan's fires as Donald Trump relocates embassies triggers Nigerian heading towards breakup unknowingly. Hear the news in details. All right, according to update Ajimakia, we been in Wakunu Bosulu Chinketa. Yabo update wo Bastamaka Yabo Yenemen of the and some of the reaction about if Umi Bubugasi Nido Akuko Bastamaka Yabo Yenemen of the no Bosinketa. Because according to Nana Gaya Bifa Jimakia Webia, Igesi Bidu Kabalo, the Yati and Ife Iwadi Kunudinkegi. All right, over to you, sir.
Maybe I'd do it. Maybe there was a chance. The calls I got from leaders of other countries were unbelievable. Presidents, dictators, prime minister, kings, queens, everybody. So I knew I was going to do it. So I left a message. So I did it. I did it. And the embassy
affects everybody. For example, no businessman can bring his money to invest in a country where the judiciary is compromised, where a government functionary can dictate to judges what judgment they will give. No man brings his money to invest in that economy because we are taking a big risk. So whatever we do affects everybody. And if we must build a nation for our children and our grandchildren, no matter how painful it is, we must strive to do what is right.
The can of worm is about to be out now as a 6 months given by the FBI to release the past case of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about to be lapsed, and people are wondering, maybe this is one of the reasons why U.S. is about to move their, consulate house, their embassy from Abuja to somewhere in the south. I think it's going to be a southeast. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Chinedu?
We thought by now that this thing would have actually died down with the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. I don't know why the United States of America have continued to take interest and try to open, consolidate or hold back, their reservations to open a matter that everybody thought has been finally been arrested over drug-related issue. Though the FBI and the DEA, drug agency, attached to the United States of America, is still insisting that the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is still their access, and with what he's playing now and with some of the moves he has made recently might have angered Donald Trump, considering the role they played in the past when Donald Trump was actually running for a second time with Biden. Tinubu and Buhari did a lot of physical and open support for Biden, but that shouldn't be the reason why that drug fight case should actually be dusted. There might be other reasons because of that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was advised from beginning to avoid any coalition, any collusion with Donald Trump. I know people that advise him that knows very well, but to an extent now, we have not seen Bola Ahmed Tinubu having that kind of relationship with the United States government currently now. It looks like everything is working, back and forth that the government cannot understand. And definitely, without U.S. support and some other international organization, nations, powerful nations support, it will be difficult for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a second-term bid to the presidency, and this might trigger some form of chaos for Nigeria, or or kind of disaster for Nigeria if he feels he can resist Western forces who are trying to stop his ambition a second time. And that is why I remember the security report or intelligence report has made the United States of America to definitely move their embassies and high commissions, consular offices down to southern part of the country. And we are hearing that Enugu has been located for that, and of course Abia State has also been on the list of where they need to locate their embassy. A lot of people are saying it's a form of endorsement on the recognition of Biafra, of the coming of Biafra. They want to be on ground before they finally the world begin to signal the recognition of Biafra as a sovereign nation. And the people are reporting that Donald Trump is also angry with the way and manner this administration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has handled the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's factor, who everybody believes is an ally of the GOP, and of course a very close member or support of the Daist forum, which Donald Trump and all the rest of them also belong, having attended and was very close to one of Donald Trump's campaign, the second time campaign or the first time campaign, somewhere in the United States of America. I think should be that place should be called Illinois, or but he was present there with the GOP members, with the Republicans and some top, deep congressmen like Mike Johnson and all that in the past. So kudos to that's how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to establish that relationship with Donald Trump. And having done that, Donald Trump also went as far as appointing lobbyists, loyalists, IPOB loyalists into his government. One is Susie Williams, which is very popular. So there's a seemingly cold war now between Donald Trump and of course the Nigerian president Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You can see he's realigning with the Russian interests, trying to join BRICS, and that has attracted penalty from the United States of America. And from what we are getting is that they have sworn an oath, to deal excessively or to pay back, and make sure that Tinubu does not escape it this time around. It's going to be an embarrassing moment for Nigerians if actually FBI take up that matter, because we are hearing 90 days, maybe getting close. And I can see a few days ago there was a report towards that. So what is going to actually be the fate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu if finally that matter is being brought back under Donald Trump's order, or reported order or instruction, just we are as speculated at the end of the day. And of course it will have gone so deep to damage the image of Nigeria, damage his ambition for re-election at the end of the day.
The beef between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Donald Trump so come out with another dimension, with America giving order to a citizen that consider traveling to Nigeria. If you are traveling to Nigeria, consider it well, because of a kidnapping, insecurity, and even food insecurity, all sorts of a manner of word that they use to rubbish Nigeria. Is this further so that there is a very big...
No, we must understand very clearly, it is a collapse of diplomatic, engagements, and meetings and conferences. They have lost it diplomatically, and that's why you see some of this. Nigeria is not only the country where we are seeing some of these things happening, but unfortunately it became extreme under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, So we are giving that advice. I remember what Aaron Grispan, the guy that is championing the drug fight of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he said when they have evidence that everything is already there, but the district court in the United States of America, led by Melly Howell, has also indicated that Tinubu remain one of the things they will unveil in the nearest future. So you see, based on that, the gap of diplomatic role between Nigeria and of course, the president has triggered a lot of reactions and sanctions and tariffs. Counter tariffs. This one trying to bring his own, and this one trying to bring. At the end of the day, the whole thing has been mopped up, and it might. That's why we're saying that it looks like Nigeria might not hold any other breath, before 2027, because I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu will want to show, that he can stand the pressure from the Western world and do whatever he wants to do come 2027 for re-election. But how it's going to factor that, we do not know. Now that the Biafran cause has been on the table of the United States of America, and the killing of the Christians in Nigeria too, Donald Trump is not joking with it. And you can see that this present administration, APC government, was purely a Fulani party agenda, that crippled the human rights space in Nigeria under the late Buhari. Let me just put it that way. Crippled a lot of the rendition, contravene international treaties. Like the issue of Mazin and the killing of Christians has continued without any government trying to do any kind of stop. And these are the things the world is looking at, to make that have triggered what we are seeing today. It looks like Donald Trump is bent on bringing this issue of drug to the public limelight, and it will be a very big embarrassment to Nigeria. And not only that, he has also mapped out some things, some deeper things that he wants to do, and that's why we are hoping that maybe he should act fast to see how he can escape the wrath that is coming on Nigeria.
This missile that America is about to release, that means I'm talking about the drug case of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Where do you think is going to be their target? Is it against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, or to help Biafran habitation? Which one do you think is going to be their target to hit?
The investigation is ongoing, led by top American international activist, Aaron Grisman. I think he's the one leading this. They have so many other things they are piling up. Nigeria also, has become a third stage to some of these people, and the agenda of disintegration, Biafra has already made it popular all over the world. So they might be considering a lot of things. They might decide to enter into a certain diplomatic agreement or treaty with the Biafrans, and that will be the end of Nigeria. Britain is no longer interested, because everybody is blaming them. They are tired. The Fulani issue cannot be resolved, and everything is saying is bordering centered on how Britain was able to bring this calamity on Nigeria simply because of amalgamation or whatever on their own interest. I think the world might decide to take a new order on Nigeria, and that new order will lead to disintegration. And that is why the people, international organization, experts are leveraging on the calamity Nigeria have committed against herself, to see how they are going to, bring about the end of this, uncertainty. The killing of Christians, the issue of Biafra is also there. The Fulanization and jihadist interest championed by top nations from the Middle East. The tracks are there. The issue of Buhari too, Jubril and all that. A lot of things. Now we are having somebody that have been seen that want to align with the most enemies of America now through BRICS. So they can decide to enter a big treaty, a deal, a better deal, and if they consider it a better deal with their France, and of course they'll go ahead and announce it, and of course that will stop anything that has to do with 2027 presidential election and re-election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then on that note now, it will cripple. It has already crippled. You understand? Because I don't see most top world leaders, wanting to do anything with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. For instance, the death of Buhari, I wouldn't see anybody come out. I wouldn't see top leaders. Nobody said anything up to this moment. So it gives you a signal that Nigeria is gradually collapsing and the IPOB leaders around the world are not resting at all, including those who are championing from the European nation. They are not resting. You think they have gone to rest? They are not resting. They are alerting the world, and the world are seeing that Christians are being killed in Nigeria on a daily basis, and they should know at this point in time, as the police of the world, United States of America, they have the executive order that can be, adopted. Yes, let me use that word. Adopted by the current president and declare Nigeria, a pariah state, and for that reason, a terrorist nation, and for that reason, Biafra can be granted. There are so many reasons where Biafra can be. You understand? One is that we have made the United Nations standard, and it has become a global thing now. And you can see Biafrans establishing embassies in different nations of the world. The one that was established in Washington too, in America, under the very nose of the current president Donald Trump. It shows that something is actually underground and something is about to happen. And these are the things we must give it to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, irrespective of where he is now. May the good Lord continue to protect him, for bringing this thing to the global level, to where the world leaders and top nations of this earth can be able to look into it. And it can only be spearheaded by one person, because we believe that through salvation, salvation came to the earth through one man, and sin came to the earth through one man. So salvation has come to Biafrans through one man, and Donald Trump is in a position to adopt that executive order according to Department of Justice in the United States of America, and declare Biafra a sovereign nation, or recognize Biafra a sovereign nation. And that is one of the reasons why people are saying they are moving some of their structures, some of their consulates, some of their high commission, some of their embassies, back to Biafran land.
As we are going now, during the first time of Donald Trump, he moved headquarters of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He recognized Jerusalem as headquarters of Israel. But I think, as you are talking now, the thing is not stand. How do you think the world will react to USA adopting the Biafra or recognizing Biafra as a sovereign nation? How do you think the BRICS, China, and the rest of the world will react?
I think with time, America controls the largest forces and allies in the world currently now. Nobody beats them on that record. And anything they do, the allies force into that direction. The scramble to share African superpowers is already ongoing. China is in Africa, Russia is in Africa. You can see Donald Trump invited top African leaders. Nigeria was not invited, if you can remember, so Nigeria was not invited. So they are looking for a new alliance to keep whatever interest they're going to have in West Africa at the end of the day, considering what China and Russia are doing already. And that is why every time you see the movement everywhere, it seems that America is giving a nod to the recognition of Biafra.
Nigeria, that's described as a country that was as a result of mistake, that is a country that not meant to be, and the situation has been proving itself all the time. So, in conclusion, what are your expectations, even if today Biafra seceded from Nigeria?
I think the kick-up fund for Biafra establishment is running up to, I think as of now, it's been estimated to be up to $100 billion US. That's already been kept down to kickstart Biafra as a nation. So it's a big one. So I can tell you, more nations and more allies are already aligning themselves.